The Pleiadian Portal is a gateway of energy that opens up on the 16th of May and goes until the 23rd of May, as the sun is transiting the Seven Sisters constellation, where the Pleiades is located. This is a beautiful time as the sun is traveling here, where we have a powerful connection to our brothers and sisters in the stars. If you identify as a starseed, there is a high probability that you have some connection to the Pleiades, as there are many, many Pleiadian starseeds present on the earth right now. And these are one of the ET races that are the most connected and invested in Earth and the advancement of this planet and this ascension process. They represent the energy of unconditional love, and they understand and represent the energy of wisdom as well. So what they help us to do is unlock the wisdom within our hearts and bring all of the knowledge, the cerebral energy, down into the heart center to integrate things from the head into the heart. So this goes along perfectly with this powerful theme that we're experiencing in the month of May, as we are receiving heart activation after heart activation. I just did a video on the Aurora Borealis and the powerful heart opening energies that were experienced there, as Mother Earth herself opened up her own heart chakra and received these powerful light codes from the sun, just as we did. So if you didn't check out that video, make sure to do so. I'll link it at the end of this one. And we've been talking about Jupiter and Uranus and Venus and the sun and all of the beautiful connections that they're making in the sky. We're coming up on the final day of the Pleiadian Portal to that full moon in Sagittarius, which is all about this heart expanding energy as well. So big heart expanding energies as we continue to move through May, and the Pleiadians are here to assist us in that process. You may notice more of their ships flying overhead. I know I mentioned on, I think, a live stream I did the other day that I saw like 30 of them flying above my house a couple days ago. Like, they are out there. You can identify them because there's this beautiful emanations of love that you feel from their ships when you see them above you in the sky. They are just really here to assist, like we said, in connecting us to the wisdom of our own hearts. So we're going to pull some cards here and see what messages the Pleiadians have for us. We're going to start with the Starseed Oracle here, and then we're going to move into the Star Temple Oracle, which is actually a Pleiadian Oracle deck. And then we might do a little Children of the Cosmos too. Clear. We'll see sort of where we go with the energy here. So getting some initial guidance here from the Pleiadians. What do you want us to know? What messages do you have for us? Ooh, I see the blue flame as I cut the deck here. The portal, the ascension flame. And we talked about the eternal flame in the Aurora Borealis video. So really interesting, that flame energy, making its presence known there. So we have We the Hathors coming out. Deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. So there's this beautiful rebirthing here and this beautiful energy of being held by the Divine Mother, right? Hathor, known in Egypt as the Star Mother, and she is connected to the cosmos, she has a very extraterrestrial energy if you look at the images of her. And I will say that when I went to Egypt, the temple at Dendera, the Hathor temple, was my favorite temple. The energy there was phenomenal. I mean, completely out of this world. It was so joyful and so loving. I was dancing through the temple because I received such a powerful activation from the energies there. It's just so incredibly, like, I think this, yeah, I mean, they put the stars in the background instead of the rest of the inside of the temple, but that is the temple, I do believe, that I visited right there, a photograph of it. So that's really cool on a personal level right there. We're going to pull a few of these out and then we're going to read more deeply. We have Fall Into My Arms here, have Cracked Open, and we have 2 cards in a row here with the word surrender on them. So there's something really powerful here in the energy of surrender and the energy of allowing ourselves to be vulnerable. And then we have You Got the Love, Hadarian energy. And this also references the importance of boundaries. So this is really interesting. So a lot of 2 cards about surrender, 2 cards that mention love here. Beautiful energies. Let's read into this a little bit more. So and this is when we're talking about the expansion of the heart chakra. It's quite literally like our hearts are being cracked open. And so some people may be feeling especially vulnerable right now. You may be feeling especially raw. And we're meant to be suspended in this energy of vulnerability. Because this is the energy that allows for that healing and that opening of the heart chakra, that peeling back of the layers. And there's this energy here, especially for my empaths and my sensitives, right? There's like this incredible, it's like as that heart chakra is being cracked open, all of that pain that's been buried within it is sort of rising to the surface in waves. And so as we're moving through this energy, I feel like there's going to be waves of grief, there's going to be waves of sadness, and there's going to be waves of ecstasy as well. It's going to be very much like this roller coaster of energies here as we are moving through this portal and as we are continuing to move through the month of May. But everything that's happening is happening for a reason. And we're going to be feeling especially sensitive because our hearts are so open. It's kind of like the energy of, think of an animal that has a really hard shell. And when that animal gets flipped on its back and its belly is lying there exposed. That's kind of like what we feel like right now, many of us, I think. And there's this intensity of emotion that comes along with that. This energy of being seen. And so many of us hold these belief systems, we hold these fears within us, these judgments within us. We've internalized these judgments of others through this lifetime and many more. And we've used those judgments to create stories about ourselves. And we've hidden away the parts of ourselves that we thought were not worthy, that we thought were not worthwhile. And now it's like the walls are coming down. The walls are coming down. The masks are coming off. The truth is being revealed. And there's this rawness, this vulnerability in the sense of like, are people going to like what they see? And this is a core wound and a core fear that many of us are working with and we need to work through in order to be able to show up as our authentic selves, in order to be able to vibrate to our unique frequency, our soul song, right? There are probably intense circumstances going on for some people that are pushing people to the breaking point, especially those of us who have been on either end of the connection spectrum, right? This would be codependency or this would be like isolation. And a lot of times those energies aren't mutually exclusive, meaning that you can be both at the same time. Many people who tend to isolate, it's because there is a fear of codependency because that tends to be the other extreme that they vibrate toward. Right? So it's like, I'm going to push everybody away and keep everybody out because if I let people in, I'm going to let them in too close. And I don't know how to hold those boundaries. It's very much the energy of the water, right? The flow of the water, the feminine needing the structure of the earth, the masculine, in order to hold it. Yes, earth is actually considered a feminine element, but for the analogy, right? We're gonna go with that. Learning how to hold ourselves, yes, but to allow ourselves to be held by the divine. And that's where the surrender comes in. There's this need to trust. There's this need to hand over that which we cannot carry, that which was too heavy for us by design, so that we would be forced to ask for help, so that we would be forced to hand over that which we could not bear. Right? That's the magic. Divine Mother is saying, let me hold that for you. That's too heavy. Let me carry it. You don't have to hold the weight of the world on your shoulders. So there's this energy where people are going to be at a point where they're ready to ask for help, where they're ready to put the ego aside, the pride aside, where they're going to stop fighting an endless battle. And for a lot of people, it was a battle against love. It was like this fierce determination not to let love in. Even though there's an aspect of each and every single one of us that wanted that love so badly. And the Pleiadians, Divine Mother, like her energy radiates as well, right? They're saying, you are worthy of that love. You are that love. Let that love in. Let that love be your strength. Let my love be your strength. Yeah. All the love in the world. You got it all, baby. It's all within you. You don't have to fight anymore. You don't have to struggle. It's like life has been, for many of us, life has been trying to transform us. And we've been resisting. We've been kicking and screaming the whole time. And it's like time to give up the fight. I remember. Time to align with our soul plan, with our destiny. And this has been the thing that I think has been going on for many people. It's like our soul plan, like our souls came here for growth. All right. Everybody watching this channel, like we are the way showers, right? The 144,000, whatever label we choose to use. That doesn't mean that we didn't come here for our own evolution too. Our evolution is humanity's evolution, okay? So it's like the very situations and experiences that our soul chose in order to grow and evolve us, we've been railing against. Because it's unjust, because it's unfair, because it's this, because it's that. It's like sinking into that, accepting it for what it is. Surrendering. Life has been trying to mold us. It's like the pressure has been trying to create the diamond and we've been just fighting it and fighting it and fighting it. It's like surrender. This card says surrender to the alchemy of life. All right. Allow yourself to be transformed. Allow these circumstances to do what they're meant to do. You are the diamond. But it's like so many have been so afraid to let themselves shine. So caught up in the resistance that we've been denying ourselves a transformation. This energy of feeling like we are victims of life. When really we created all of this to give birth to the next version of us that is ready to be born. The next phase of the journey. Some people, it's like you're going to be recognizing the soul plan. And this is what the Pleiadians want to assist us in doing during this Pleiadian Portal, is recognizing the soul plan and how it is unfolding perfectly, and to surrender to divine timing, to surrender to the alchemy, surrender to the transformation. Anything else here? Allow Divine Mother to restore you. Allow her to nurse you, to nurture you back to life. Perhaps connect with Hathor as well, the Hathors. We have lost lands and all paths lead home. And then we have the Seven Sisters, Pleiades, of course, coming out there. So even if you felt lost, even if you felt like you took a wrong turn somewhere and now you just can't get back on the path, this is like the time period where we truly understand that we were on the path all along. This is the path. All right? We could spend years searching for the place where we made the wrong turn, or we can just keep walking the way we're going and allow our intuition to guide us to which road to choose next. I'm being reminded of this this hike that I took with my friends in Sedona. We went on a lot of night hikes because when we went there, it was July and it was really hot. It was too hot to really hike during the full peak of the sun. And we also wanted to see the ships and interact with all of our beautiful star family. So we did a lot of night hikes, and we hiked Boynton Canyon in the dark, and we got lost. And we all had virtually no cell service. We kept walking in circles and retracing the same terrain over and over again. And we kept ending up at this one strange spot with this really powerful, intense energy. And it was a really almost eerie experience. A couple people started panicking. I almost started panicking toward the end because it was just that the energy was contagious. It was so intense. And we finally figured out how to get out of there and found our way back to the road. But it was a really, really strange experience. And I don't know why I'm sharing that now. I think that some people, it's like that's the experience that perhaps you've been having in life in general. It's like you're lost in the dark in a strange land, and you keep walking in loops. It's like you think you're getting somewhere, and then all of a sudden you're back to the same place. You're like, oh no, that rock looks familiar. That tree looks familiar. Oh shit, I've been here before. I thought I was getting somewhere new and I'm back in the same place. So it's like, why am I returning to the same place? What is there left to learn? What is there left to understand? How can I recalibrate my internal GPS to lead me toward my true north if I feel that I'm wandering off course? Or can I take a moment to breathe, allow myself to be where I am, and really take a look around? It's like I feel like there's something that you're missing. And once you identify the thing that you're missing, you'll find the next path. But you have to get out of that. It's like in that moment, we had to get out of that frequency of panic and get back into that frequency of calmness, to get back into that, to fall into our hearts, into our intuition, and allow that to be our guide. I think the All Trails app, I think we finally got that fired up, and that might have helped a little bit too. But that was like, it happened when it happened because we were then in the energy to allow that to happen. Yeah, what are you meant to learn? What are you meant to understand? What did you miss? Notice what you missed. Because it's all about the journey, right? That's another message here, is like, stop worrying so much about the destination. It's about the journey. All paths lead home. This is also about soul gifts and memories activating. Some people, it's like you're going to have memories of Lemuria, Atlantis, any of these ancient lifetimes and ancient civilizations returning. Gifts that you utilized in those lifetimes as well that have lain dormant, coming back online. Past life memories. For some people, that's the thing you missed. It's like you're finally going to identify the past life wound that kept you stuck in this loop. And if you guys want assistance with this, please reach out to me. All my information is in the description box below. I do one-on-one coaching sessions now, weekly or bi-weekly. If you want to get really intensive about this, I do really beautiful past life regression, quantum healing, entity removal, sessions. Those are incredibly powerful and beautiful. The aura hypnosis healing, Belvespita, and angelic healing of the heart, so many different things. So reach out to me if you want assistance. Even through working with the EFT tapping, I've been able to tap into some of these memories and stuff like that. And I would be so happy to assist you in any of these ways. But just be open. I feel like somebody, it's like the memory that you need to access, this past life memory, is going to be triggered by something that you notice. That's why this is like a literal what have you missed. So it's like something in your immediate surroundings that you're going to notice. And it's like a tree or a rock or a flower or the way the sun hits the water in a certain instant. Ooh, yeah. Is going to activate something within your cellular memory, and you're going to have a spontaneous recall of something that you need to know and understand. And it's going to help you understand the unfoldment and why it is that this cycle is kept repeating itself. And then we have star ancestors on the bottom of the deck. Hidden secrets, lost wisdom. Look a little deeper. I'm telling you, that energy of what did you miss? Look deeper. Look beyond the surface things. It kind of reminds me of that energy, you know, like in car mirrors, it says objects in the mirror are closer than they may appear, or something like that. I don't know. It's something about that, like a trick of the light, a trick of something. It's just perception, shifting the perception, shifting the awareness, allowing ourselves to perceive of something differently. I know I've used the analogy of the magic eye painting before, right? It's like the pictures where if you look close up, you can't see anything, but if you kind of pull it away from your face, another picture emerges. Yeah, star family on the bottom of the deck too. Like I said, we got some Pleiadians in the house right now watching this video. Call in support from your team of souls, from your star team. Like if you feel you resonate with the Pleiadians energy, call them in, call upon them. You'll recognize them because, like I said, you'll feel this wave of love. If you don't feel that wave of love, either your heart chakra isn't connected enough to feel it, or it ain't them, you know. And if your heart chakra is not connected enough to feel it, reach out to me. Like I said, entity removal sessions can be really powerful in assisting with that. Yeah, they're here to help birth our creations into life. They're here to help us channel our creative energy, to remind us of the connection that we have to all that is. And to remind us of the power of sisterhood. Sisterhood being used loosely here, right? Doesn't have to necessarily mean gender-wise, but the collective when we come together. But yes, brotherhood and sisterhood in the terms of, like, you know, having those connections. But also like in the grander sense, you know, on here all the time, you're all my brothers and sisters. So that collective experience and the way that we can support each other and each other's creations. Yes, and then the cosmic heart, which is perfect with that, talking about that Aurora Borealis video. And then we have the jump in with the Arcturians, or no, the Andromedans. That's the jump in card. So bringing that energy of taking action, starting that next adventure. What are you being called to do? It's time to get going. Clear. Stop riding the fence. Time to jump in with both feet. All right. Let's pull for a couple cards from the Star Temple Oracle. Beautiful Pleiadians, your deck. Let's get some energy here. What do you want the collective to know? What do we want the collective to know? Doesn't it look like a portal on the back of these cards? We have beloved Zeus coming out. Lovers. This cosmic union is destined for greatness. And I'm feeling this also as like the cosmic union of like our hearts merging and connecting with the heart of creation. The cosmic union between us and the planet as we incarnated upon her to assist her in this ascension process. What else with this Lovers card here? Two of Cups and Lovers energy from the tarot I'm feeling here. So definitely like twin flame, divine counterpart energy as well. Then we have the Winged Messenger. Creation. Spiritual direction inspires my creative flow. So there's this energy of being, and I'm feeling Syrian energy coming through here too. But it's like being inspired by love. And the ways that we express that love through our creative processes. And Maya, I want to look up Maya because we have two cards that say Maya here. The Maya series. Maya is the fourth brightest star of the Pleiades star cluster and the eldest of the seven sisters. Her name means midwife in Greek, and she is well known for her nurturing maternal nature. So much with this beautiful divine mother energy, you guys. This is ridiculous. Her chakra is the root chakra, and her crystal is the ruby. And there was something, you guys should check out the video that Rising Phoenix Aurora did on the Aurora Borealis on Rumble. She was talking about the ruby. The ruby is, I wanted to say, representing like the energy of the earth, of the planet. I don't know. Yeah, watch the video. But the ruby, that's interesting that came out. All right, let's see. As the midwife supports the mother who ultimately does the work of delivering her child, this archetype supports your soulful creations. In this aspect, Maya embodies the mother goddess, empathic nurturer, and powerful creatrix. She signifies the root chakra connection to the earth and cosmic mother. Maya also represents the grandmother archetype. In this aspect, Maya personifies insightful wisdom and intuitive awareness. You are encouraged to invoke the ancient grandmother for her deep wisdom to birth higher pathways of consciousness and divine co-creation. And this is the divine co-creation card right here. That's beautiful. I love that. The connection to the cosmic mother. Helping you to birth your soulful creations. And remember how we talked about how the Pleiadians help us with wisdom, right? Bringing the energy of the mind into the heart. So this is perfect energy that we have the Maya energy coming out here. And the fourth star, continuing the significance and relevance of the number 4, right? So being deeply inspired by love, by the wisdom and intuition of our own hearts, creating messenger, the winged messenger. So there are messages here. This is very mercurial energy. And we do have part of the Pleiadian portal occurs when the sun is in Gemini, right? I believe it's the 21st that the sun moves into Gemini. So we have a few days and then culminating on that full moon in Sagittarius, right? So it's like really bringing your creations when it comes to, like, there's something that you're meant to communicate. There's something that you're meant to share. So it's like allowing the Pleiadians to assist you in opening up that portal of creativity within you. We have Electra coming out, number 13, which is, so we had 2, 3, and 13. 2 and 3 adding up to 5, of course, which is the number of the month. And then 13 being that number of divinity, of divine mother, of creation. Equality. I create and foster reciprocal relationships. So this is once again that energy of relationships coming through strongly, creating boundaries, even give and take. So for a lot of us, it's like, and that came through with the Pheidian card as well when we were talking about the energy of codependency versus isolation, finding that balance, finding that middle ground. That's going to be really important for some people. And I create and foster reciprocal relationships. The foster piece is important because that means we don't just expect things of others without giving of ourselves in return, right? Even give and take. This is also an even give and take and balance between our masculine and feminine aspects when we are in the process of creation. Just bringing balance. If you've been trying to bring balance to your life in any way, shape, or form, there's energy present to assist with that. And especially when it comes to relationships, I'm feeling that Libran energy really strong here with this. Taijeta, the storyteller. I am the narrator of my life. What is the story that you are weaving? Remember, we define ourselves with stories. These stories that we become so attached to become the basis of our belief systems, the basis of our identity. And so it's about stripping away those types of stories, but setting an intention for the story that we are creating in terms of like the experience of our lives that we are creating, the experience of reality that we are creating. Remember, 2024 is all about aligning with our highest timeline. I am the narrator of my life. The emphasis on narrator is coming through really strong here. And so this is all about the internal dialogue. You are the narrator of your story. It is your perspective that tells the story, right? So like we're being supported in bringing through energy that brings into our awareness where it is that we have certain biases, where it is that our own lens, our own view of reality is being affected, and how it is that we can bring that into balance, moving back into this balance, having that balanced perspective. What is the story that you tell yourself? What is the meaning that you give to the interactions that you have? I forget who says it, but it is said that no event or situation has an inherent meaning. We are the ones that assign that meaning to it. So what is the meaning that you are assigning to your relationships, to your interactions, to your reality? Right, to all of your experiences. And if you want to shift your story, to shift your reality, how can you shift the meaning that you give to these things and the meaning that you've given to things in the past? And you can literally do this in meditation. Look up the revision process. You can, when you're in that state right before you fall asleep, recall memories from your past and literally rewrite them in your mind. Give them a different meaning. Hell, create a different story. You'd be amazed at how this can shift your reality. Right? The past doesn't exist except in our minds. So use your mind to create a different past, to create a different present. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but something that I learned from Aaron Dowdy, did a thing on that in the full-time purpose course that I'm taking. There's a whole video on it, the revision process. I forget who that, he didn't create that, somebody else did. It's somebody else's thing, but he talks about it. Just look it up, the revision process. We have Alcyone here, the Moonstone Star, Passion. I am entering a portal of euphoric love. So this is beautiful energy here. We got the Lovers and the Passion card. So there's definitely energy here of, and we have the Reflect card on the bottom of the deck. There's definitely twin flame energy coming through here. There's definitely energy of divine counterparts. We can't really ignore it. It's here in the cards. So, but pay attention to what's being mirrored back to you, right? Because that's what our the twin flame, when we talk about that energy, right? It is that divine mirror showing us what it is within us that we have been unable to see. And it's not just our twin flame that does this. Everybody does this, really. And we talked about this. I know we talked about it on the live call on Patreon. I think we might have talked about it in the live stream that I did on the new moon in Taurus as well. This energy of paying attention to the reflections that we're being shown right now, because things that we need to see and understand about ourselves are going to be reflected to us by other people. So pay attention to who and what is triggering you right now, because those triggers are teaching you, right? Our triggers are always our teachers. I want to pull, I'm going to pull a couple. Which one do I want? No, I want this one. I'm going to pull a couple cards here on this twin flame, this Lover's energy. Clear. What else do you want us to know about this? It feels like a portal of euphoric self-love as well. Just a portal of like What the Pleiadians want to assist us in doing as well is opening up to love as a frequency, love as a state of being, as opposed to love as an emotion or an experience or something that we attach to a person, place, or thing. So opening up to a higher definition of love. And that energy that we've been working with throughout Taurus season, cultivating that energy of self-love, of self-worth. Really like a pinnacle moment, probably during the full moon when we have, I believe it's Venus conjunct, is it Venus conjunct Jupiter, I want to say? Yes. Just 3 degrees away from the sun during that full moon at 29 degrees of Taurus. All right, so as far as this energy goes here, we have Judgment and the Knight of Swords. Somebody taking very swift action here. It's like the path forward being revealed, knowing exactly what needs to be done. All right, tell me anything else here regarding this this twin flame energy, this lover's energy here. A call to action. It's like the connection in the astral, the connection between the higher selves. I feel her sending out this prayer, right? So this could represent the divine feminine, regardless of gender. Sending out this prayer, sending out this message with her higher self to connect with her divine counterpart. Seen here is the Knight of Swords, right? Air energy. Chasing, running. Tell me more. Tell me more about the Knight of Swords here. Is he running to something or running away from something? He is chasing the motorcycle, which represents freedom. At least to me. Tell me more about this Knight of Swords. This is divine masculine. Yeah. Knight of Cups. All right. I'm being drawn to the letter in the corner here. So I feel somebody, this energy represented by the divine feminine, by the judgment here, reaching out with a message from her higher self to her divine counterpart, to her twin flame. Got the wheel inverted, got the lovers right there with the Three of Swords. Heartbreak, something extremely painful, some type of betrayal, some type of pain so intense. It feels like a psychic pain, almost like a psychic scream, like intense pain and trauma. That's prevented the wheel from turning. Ace of Pentacles, the way I flipped the cards, it ended up reversed. We have the Fool here with the Three of Pentacles. So there's this energy of coming together, collaborating, creating. Tell me about the pain. Tell me about the Three of Swords here. King of Wands. Fire energy here. Leo especially with this particular King of Wands card. Five of Cups. Yeah, I feel like that the energy here is being, they're being drawn in. I feel like perhaps they were chasing freedom, chasing something they thought that they needed, they thought that they wanted. And now it's like they're returning home. And it's like this realization, this understanding that what they wanted wasn't out there, it was in here. And that's the key that unlocks everything. And Anything else we need to know and understand here? Got the King of Pentacles with the Eight of Cups. Interesting. So we got the King of Wands here with the Five of Cups and the King of Pentacles with the Eight of Cups. Let's clarify the King of Pentacles. It's like somebody's walking away from somebody and towards somebody else. I feel almost as though, and this feels like the feminine energy here, has left a situation. I feel like there was this energy of her energy, her life force being drained, being siphoned by this grief, by this sense of loss. And I feel like there's a healing that took place through connection with another masculine energy, perhaps an older, like, notice how he's got the gray hair and everything, the beard, an older male energy. It was very healing experience, but it wasn't it. You know what I mean? So there was this energy of receiving healing in this relationship, in this connection, but then walking away because it still wasn't, it wasn't the ultimate connection here. Tell me a little more about the Three of Cups. This is once again reminding me of Pleiadian energy, which is interesting. There's three sisters on that card, but perhaps finding healing in community as well. What else do we need to know and understand here? Knight of Wands. In her passion, right? In her fierceness now, in her joy, her bliss. And that's drawing this energy in. So there's a whole healing process that had to happen here. Yeah, coming out as the Queen of Wands. Counterpart to the King of Wands here. There's this energy with the Five of Wands here. But it's like, you see the competition in this card, but she's holding that fire in the palm of her hand here. So it's like moving out of the energy of competition, knowing that there is no competition. There's no one to judge herself against. She's it. She's it, and she doesn't need any external validation from that anymore. And it's sort of like that energy is what opens up to experience this new connection or this resurrection of an old. Is this new or a resurrection of old in terms of this lifetime? A lot of defensive energy there. Four of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. New or old in terms of this lifetime. Strength. Could be old. I feel like in this new space, that whatever feminine I'm reading this for is in, there's going to be an old person and a new person that come in. Interesting. Tell me more about that. Queen of Swords here. And the Hierophant, which is Taurus energy. Got the Leo energy coming through again. So definitely a Leo possibly in the mix here. Possibly a Taurus, Gemini. Really feeling the Leo though, and the Taurus. I feel like this feminine has leveled up in terms of her worth. We got the Page of Cups on the bottom of the deck, which represents new energy to me. And I feel like she's going for the new versus the old. Yeah, I do. I feel like she's going for the new versus the old. This Lover's card always cracks me up because it has the Sagittarius symbol there, even though it's a Gemini card. And it has a very fiery look to it, right? New moon happening in Sagittarius. Yeah, I feel like she chooses her joy. She's not going to get sucked into old narratives and old storylines. Yeah. So I feel like if somebody's coming back in, it's going to be too little, too late. Because someone's not settling anymore. Or at the very least, you're going to make them work for it. Yeah, I got that Three of Swords card again. Because that pain's still, it's healing, but there's still pain present here. It's like the memory of the pain. And there's this beautiful healing that's come in now. And it's like, now that I've found my peace, I'm not going to let you interfere with it. It's that kind of an energy. Tower, Ace of Cups, Moon in reverse, Death, Eight of Swords in reverse, Magician. Definitely an ending and a brand new beginning. Fool and the Emperor, so there's some Aries energy. Fool represents Aries energy to me as well. Got the Queen of Pence there. Cut into that Tower card again. Yeah. Whatever it is that you need to know or realize or understand, clear. Whatever the situation is that I'm reading on, it's going to become real clear real quick. What the move is, what the choice is here. Clear. And once again, how this factors in with the Pleiadian Portal energy. I know we went off on a tangent there. I just felt like somebody needed a reading where that was concerned. Is love, leading with love, letting your heart be your guide. Not just love as far as connection to a person, but love and connection to ourselves. Love and appreciation for ourselves. Got that on the bottom. And for our joy. Going with what leads our heart into a state of expansion. Instead of contraction. If you're around somebody and your heart is contracting, that's not the person that's meant for you. I mean, it could just be your own wounding, but the sense I'm getting with this is like, that's not the person that's meant for you. That's why your heart's contracting. Your heart doesn't feel safe. And it doesn't feel to me like, for whatever reason where I'm saying this right now, like whoever I'm speaking to right now, it doesn't feel like it's because there's like a wound or a trauma that's blocking you from being able to experience your heart or open your heart to anyone. I feel like it's specific, like there's somebody that you're dealing with, and every time you're around them, your heart contracts. And it doesn't do that with everyone, but it does it with this person. And that's your clue. That's your sign. You're going to meet somebody else and your heart's going to expand when you're around them. That's the person for you at this time. The one that makes your heart expand. Because your heart's trying to tell you, it's trying to clue you in to where it feels safe, where it feels safe to expand. It's almost like with this other person, you're not going to be able to help it. It's like when you see them, your heart is just going to open and expand. So maybe the person that you thought was your twin flame was your lesson, was your preparation. And perhaps this person that you're meeting, that you are going to be calling into your reality, is more aligned with that archetype, with that energy. Right. And then I love this to close here on the bottom of the deck. We have the ancient grandmother teacher. I am the teacher that leads with self-knowledge. So bringing it back to that Maya energy again, the grandmother energy, the wisdom. I'm going to read that for us to close here. You've got this. Everything you need to know is already inside you. Life has taught you to back yourself. Having confidence and believing in yourself will give you the aptitude to lead yourself in the right direction and offer sound guidance to others. Maya, the eldest sister of the Pleiades and ancient grandmother, supports you in gaining new insights and understandings through your intuitive channels and turning your knowledge into wisdom. Your empathic leadership gently nurtures others to grow and evolve. So somebody really stepping up in terms of what they're here to offer and the way they're here to offer that energy to the world. Everything that you're learning right now is preparing you for what you asked for what you're destined for. So pay attention to everything. Pay attention to the insights, the reflections, the interactions. You asked for something, you decided to experience, to manifest, to create something. And it's almost like the energies and the experiences right now are creating you, are shaping you so that you can become aligned with that which you are creating, that which you are desiring for yourself. It's already yours, but you're being shaped, going back to that diamond analogy. You're being shaped into the diamond right now. You're being polished. I'm being reminded of the energy of the diamond, all the facets of the diamond, reflecting all the different facets of source, all the different perspectives and viewpoints, the different perspectives of creation. We are all one cosmic diamond, right? Each a reflection, each of, what's the word I'm looking for? Not faction, but facet of this one brilliant diamond. And in the same way as you, as your own individual diamond, you are polishing all the facets of yourself, learning how to integrate those, learning how to bring through and extract the wisdom from all of the experiences, including the ones that you're currently having. This is your training ground. I don't know why I just thought of the movie Training Day. Then we have the Huntress underneath that quest. The Pleiades light my quest to be wild and free. So some of us, we just need to set ourselves free. We just need to have a little fun. All right? Just go to a drumming circle, go to some ecstatic dance, go be wild and free, be out in nature, let your hair down physically, metaphorically, whatever, and just enjoy your life a little bit. All right? Clear. Give yourself permission to be youthful, to be joyful, to be wild and free. Give yourself permission to be who you are. Yeah. Queen of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Contemplating. Don't think too hard, though. Think less, play more. Doesn't mean don't think at all. Just don't stay stuck in the head. Remember, when we're present, when we're anchored in the now, that is when we exist in the organic matrix. When we're trapped in the head, we're existing within the false matrix. We want to reason. We want to use our minds as the tool that they are, but we don't want to become trapped by them. This is a time of unburdening ourselves, of unlimiting ourselves, removing limits. Maybe that's phrased better. All right. I love you so much. I honor you. I respect you. Thank you for being here with me. If you're still watching this video, I really appreciate you. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Go ahead and hit that like button if you have not done so yet. and drop a comment down below. Let me know how you are feeling these energies as we move through this portal. Clear. Talk to you all very, very soon.